So in the last video, what we did was we created an order list, and we also created an order list record so that we can add order items to it. And to show the order list, we use a data grid view. And at this point, we're trying to get that working. We found an error where we didn't allocate memory, where now we're going to go on the order list in the global scope equals new list, and I'll just keep playing that, of order items. I keep writing list there. That's not list. You need to write of order items. Actually, what I've decided to do is allocate the memory in the customer order load instead of doing it up there in the global scope. So I went back down here in the customer order form load. Order list equals new list of order items, and there you go. That works. It's not happy when I do it in the global scope. All right, so that should work. So let's run it. Right, we should run it. So create the order list, add the order list in, bind the order list to the data grid view, and there you go. All the orders are there, and it will show, and the binding source kind of handles everything for you there. So that's good. All right, so that's that video. Let's move on to the next video. All right, so in this next video, we've got the I'll show that we've got the order list working, and it's showing in our data grid view. And of course, we can go back, click welcome, and then we can come back to it, and it shows the same thing because, well, we're doing this in form load where the new order items are added in form load. So we've got an order list item where we've got our constructor there, and that's what our order form looks like. And now what I'm doing is I'm going back to look at what else we need to do. So we scroll up, we have a look. All right, so customers can, so over here, customers may access the menu page from here, and the menu page will display the menu item name, price, picture, and their description. There will be an option for customers to set an order item for the desired items. So you can set order amount. You can also add them to the current order list as well. Customers will be able to search for their favorite items. And okay, search by item name, I assume. Okay, so looks like I'll be adding some more buttons to our customer order form. I'm going to be calling this button BTN menu page so that we can go to the menu page and then scroll down to the text property and call it menu page, so that when people log in and go, they can click on the menu page and order stuff and add to the order list. Now this particular button will be the checkout button. I should name it BTN checkout. Let's see if I do. Yes, I do. Now what I'm going to do by the looks of it is, I clicked on the wrong thing, but anyway, doesn't. I'm going to add new item. So right click on project, add new item, and looks like I'll be adding another form, and this is going to be my menu underscore page. So this is where where we're going to add all of our ordering items, so that a user can click on it and order it, and place it into the order list on the other page. So I double click on menu page load, and I do the same thing. I add a parent. I go dim parent as form, because it needs to save the reference of the parent form that's creating this form. And the parent form in this scenario will be the customer order form. The customer order form is going to be the form that will create this form, the menu page. So the menu page needs to remember who the parent is, so that it can go, hey, it's time for you to show yourself now, and I'm going to close. So we go by ref in the public sub and put the parent in. If you're stuck on how to do this, I have a video called Multi-Forms in the introductory to visualbasics.net, where I show you how to handle multi-forms like this. Anyway, so in the customer order form BTN menu page, I go dim menu equals new menu, and then I pass in the parent reference, which is the customer order form, as me. I show the menu, and then I hide the customer form, and there you go. So now the menu page is loaded. All right, so we've got checkout here. This thing will we need to look at the order list and do a calculation and give like a total. So that's important. That's something we need to implement there. Now, in this particular document, I do have a bunch of pseudocode for the students to use. And the one that we want is that one, by the looks of it, request bill. But so it looks like I'll be taking, which one am I taking? Yeah, so I'll be taking calculate total here from the request bill total cost. So what I'm creating here is a subroutine that I'll be using, because both checkout and request bill will require this calculation. So I paste in the pseudocode, and I'm going to follow along with this pseudocode and implement it. So total equals translates to dim total equals to 0. So that's the VUB code for that pseudocode. For each item in order list, write exactly the way the pseudocode is almost. So the order list is up here. It's shared. All other forms can access it as well. We're going to set the total to the total equals total plus item price times item amount. So we're adding, for every item, we're multiplying its price and amount, and we're adding it to the total, to the running total. So that's how the calculation is going to give us the bill. Now, I forgot to change it, but this thing should be a function because it's going to output a number for us that we'll use in the other buttons. So you go as string at the end there. And then we're going to return the total. So now we can use this function. Every time we need to do a calculation of the cost of the total cost, we can use this function. And we're going to be doing it on 2 of the buttons. The checkout needs it, but the request bill also needs it. Let's go back to our functional requirements. Let's have a look at what else we need to do. Okay, so customers can get the bill for the final amount owed, and then they can save the order as well. So what do I do at this point? That's our checkout. Yep, looks like I'll be adding another button. Which button will I be adding? Let's have a look. So this is the bill button, request bill button. Of course, we need to name it properly. So BTN bill or request bill, up to you. All right, so let's stop it from running and let's actually implement the checkout button. Let's keep going. All right, so so the checkout button will ask the user or the customer, are you sure you want to complete the order? And it's a message box with a style yes, no. And then we're going to capture the response. So we dim response equals, and then we're going to check it. If response equals to VB yes, we're going to calculate the order and show it to them. Now, there's many ways to show it to them, but we're going to use a message box to show them. And then we can get the total is, and then do a calculation basically. And then we just go plus, call that function. And that function will calculate the total and return the total to this message box. Anyway, I'm kind of running out of time, so I'll see you in the next video.